Hey y'all, it's Zooks, and this is Let's Play Satisfactory, where everything's made up and the Mercer spheres don't matter. That's right. They're like participation trophies. Don't even bother. Welcome back to the FICSIT Apprenticeship Program. Last episode, we finished our base. This episode is gonna be a sweet one, because we are going to build our space elevator. And we probably have all these components ready. I'm going to run and grab them. Here's what we are doing this episode, though. I am going to get this space elevator put down. We are going to complete the next phase. I guess I should show you why I have to do this. So y'all have some context for why I'm even bothering with a space elevator. Let's grab some of this stuff. I'm definitely at the point now in the game where I get to just walk around and snag materials out of boxes, and I shouldn't have to worry too much about crafting things, which is just a beautiful thing. Let's go right back up. How have y'all been? It's not been long at all. I literally just finished that last episode, and I'm just so antsy to get this next part going. We are just going. It's dark. I don't care. I'm ready to go. So let's look here. You'll notice here, oh, tier 1, 2, complete. Lovely. I'm reminiscing already. Look at all these parts we got. But here it says, look, complete space elevator, phase 1. So let's build our space elevator. Probably one of the biggest moments of the game. I'm going to tell you this now too. This is not its home. But I'll explain that later. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love that animation. Heck yes. So good. Give it to me. This is the space elevator, and this is the next form of progression we have. I will gush again. I love the progression in this game. It feels so fluid and organic. I love it. So here we got this weird smart plating part. This part has no purpose in the game but to be shoved into this elevator in some way. Okay? Now, I have been running I actually probably should have checked that we had plenty of smart plates, but I did not. So I'm crossing my fingers that we've made it to 50. If not, I'm going to leave you for a bit and we'll come back. I feel like I might have something else to show you, but we'll see. Let me go here, and y'all get to look and enjoy this view. I just love staring at the automation in this game. It's such a beautiful thing watching all these parts move along these. Why are you locked up, guy? Nothing should be slow here. It was perfectly optimized. What's slow here? How am I slow on plates? How did I mess that up? Am I really slow on plates? Come on. Okay, ow. Okay, let's just, I'm now annoyed. We have to figure out why. Okay, you're hung up. Why are you hung up? I don't get it. You're backed up. Are we not? This is 60. It goes here. 30. 30. Why would this go slow? Right? Am I missing something? 30 and it's idle. How is it idle? You have the parts, man. Construct them. That's got to be a bug. I wonder if this is a bug. Because we are on this early build. Oh, it's not taking the parts. Oh. Is it? How is this? It's 30 though. It's only producing 20. Oh, somewhere here I'm getting hung up, aren't I? See, this is a belt too, though. Aha! Look how. So this is the type of stuff you really got to look for. Unbelievable. Did you see that? Okay, so there's one segment here. One that was a Mark I belt, which means that segment could only handle the throughput of 60 plates a second. So my 120 plates behind it were getting locked up. And that meant that my reinforced plates over here weren't getting the full load of 90 iron plates all three of them needed. Oh, that's so frustrating. All right, I'm gonna help this out just a tad bit. Let's see where we're at. Hey, it's gonna be a good day. I don't have to gas anymore. We got 60 smart plates. I should be careful. Oh, I'm so ready. I am so ready for this next part, guys. You have no clue. Any of you veterans out there will know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's get going. All right. I'm probably, thinking about this now, I'm probably talking to y'all this whole episode. I think 3 episodes were a lot of cutting, and not everything was live, and I had to do some VO for it. This is totally going to be all live. Y'all get to experience this. Okay, we are setting up our first load. Here we go. Oh, and by the way, they don't you could just hit a button, right? But they make you do this, and I love it. Oh, give it to me. I love this game. All right, let's look again. Now we are getting getting bigger numbers, folks. All right, let's look. Now our hub terminal. Tiers 3 and 4 are available. Now there's only one thing that's important to us right now. Coal power. This is the most important thing in my life right now. Coal generators burns coal to boil water. The produced steam rotates turbines to generate electricity for a power grid. Has a conveyor belt and pipe input, so both the coal and water supply can be automated. Automated! That means we will have automated power. This is all my brain is on right now. Why is my milestone not selecting, guy? Hey, I just need cables, I get it, but I don't see it up here. I want to see it. Whatever. Let's go grab some cables, because I know that that's what we needed. And then today, what we are going to be doing is setting up a temporary coal setup. Similar to what's going on with the starter bases, we don't have a ton of really nice options at our disposal. And I don't want to get too invested in I want to have this automated power ASAP. I don't want to spend too much time fooling around while I'm eating up biofuel. I would really like to just be free from that struggle. I really don't want to deal with it anymore. Like, I know that right now I probably need to come over here and top off these generators, but I really don't want to. Where are we at? Look, I told you. Give me a bunch. Let's go. We're gonna go do this. You're gonna go through this with me. We're gonna sit here and do this painful task together, so you can enjoy it. Enjoy what this feels like with me. It's not fun. This is not fun now. This was exciting before, but the amount, it's perfect. The game was brilliantly set up this way, because at first, once you get this biofuel, you think, oh my gosh, these things are gonna run forever. Fantastic. And it felt so good. You would put it in and it would barely churn away. But then as you just started adding more and more to the power grid, you start seeing these things go up in number, and you noticed how often you were having to get biofuel for these things, and it starts becoming really painful, and it really makes you appreciate this next milestone we are doing. Because the freedom that coal power gives you is just something that it feels so good. I mean, to this day, I remember the first time I had automated my coal. And the way it felt. It just felt like, I mean, you could just walk around. I felt like all my time in the game is like on a timer, because I have to do something, because I will be running out of biofuel in just a sec, and I need to be prepared to refill it, and I just didn't have the time. I was constantly under that pressure, and I don't have to worry about it anymore with this button.
Milestone reached. Coal is an improved alternative power source to biomass and can be fully automated if provided water with the new pipeline buildings and power throughout the initial setup. Coal has been added to the resource scanner.
Oh, yeah.
Ensure the close proximity of water to the coal production line. Note, pumps will aid in vertical transport of fluids through pipes. Note, throughput and volume indicators are added to each pipe section automatically.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have our first task. Okay, now, I've been semi-aware that there's coal nearby, but I'm gonna do this just for kicks anyway. We now have coal on the scanner. Boop, 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 boop. There's some coal over there. And coal is what we are after. We're going to be spending a ton of time in this valley. It's part of the reason I was deforesting this area so heavily, because I knew that we were going to be working in here. Now, in the future, this whole, like, we're going to be using a lot of this area, and we're going to use foundations. We're going to get a nice spick and span, nice looking, I'm sorry, I'm losing my, we're going to get a nice spick and span foundation factory, coal processing facility. It's going to look great, but it's not then right now. It's now. And we're going to look at what we need to set up some quick and dirty coal power. Let's do 8. 8, and then 3. So those numbers are pretty important. I'll explain them in a second. So all I'm short on is rotors. So let's go grab some rotors. So, the coal generator is what generates the electricity. You have to supply coal and water to the coal generator for it to produce its power. So, there's going to be one familiar machine that we use in the form of a miner Mark 1, and then one less familiar machine called a water extractor. The miner will pull the coal out that we need, right? The water extractor is going to pull out the water we need. By the way, if you run on these conveyor belts, you go faster. Your speed is changed by the speed of the conveyor belts. In the later stages of the game, I love setting up little conveyor belt walkways. And we'll do that together. Let me grab some rotors. And honestly, I'll probably snag a couple copper sheets too. Do I need... Look at that. I haven't once needed modular frames for anything that's not a... What are we low on? Iron plates? No. I believe we'll be fine. I do kind of want to get some copper sheets for pipes, but I think we'll be fine. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, we'll have a water extractor. And there's some math going on there. The water it's similar to these recipes. The water and the coal are consumed at a specific rate, and we have to provide, the goal is to get the most efficient amount of water and coal to the generators. And I have a nifty amount. I have a tileable design. I got to work on a tileable design. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Because I know for 8 coal generators, you only need 3 water extractors. But I'll explain it in a sec when I get down there. I gotta make a portable miner. Haven't made one of you guys in a while. See if my little dog got anything. How you doing, bud? Look at that, alien carapace. Hello. The cool thing about those dogs, I'm gonna get more of them, because they basically, slugs are finite resources on the map. You have to find them. When you find them, that's it. They don't regenerate. There's not some magic slug fountain that keeps shooting up slugs that you get to get. And slugs are extremely valuable in this game. So, having those dogs that can just randomly grab a slug and just give it to you is probably one of the coolest things. Let's start throwing down. So, I scanned. By the way, I've been deforesting this area, right? This is what is normally heavily forested. And it makes finding these berries and stuff, they're all over the place here. I have been stocking up on berries. But there's 4 cold nodes here. Hello, 1, 2, and then 3, and then 4. That one's got a rock blocking it, so we can't do much about it right this second. So we're gonna make a miner and check this thing out. So, I forgot something. That's okay though. Let's grab we're gonna do our coal generators. Now, the coal generators pull, as I was explaining to you, they generate power by burning coal, steaming water, which means they need to be by water. Man, I feel like the control functions have just been crazy. So we're just gonna build all 8 of these, and then I'll explain why I'm building them this way. All right, you don't like that, so let's just keep going up, I guess, right? One more, last one. Okay. Ta-da! Let's open this up and we'll take a look. Insert fuel idle. They burn. They make 75 megawatts. They consume 45 cubic meters of water. And I wonder if it tells you after you start shoving coal in this thing. Let's grab a splitter. By the way, this is definitely going to be a manifold thing. I have explained to you the manifold situation, manifold load balance situation. I'm going to attempt to make our starter factory 100% load balanced when we've, finally got a finalized version of what it is. I want it to be load balanced because, newsflash, I ain't load balancing anything else. It's a huge pain in the butt, especially later in the game. You end up working with such large numbers that load balancing just does not make any sense. So, but I have to admit, I think load balancing looks prettier than manifold, and I like that the even distribution of resources. Let's go. Okay, this guy, I hate these things. You suck, sir. Get out of here. I hate those things. They always walk on my builds, and they get in the way when I'm trying to lay down buildings or conveyor belts. They suck. All right, so I have selected 8 coal generators. Let's go here. Boop, bop, beep. All right, I am so ready to get this coal in here. Everything is going to be super sloppy, guys. I'm sorry to those of you and me who are... Oh, my phone dinged because I got a text from my wife. I don't have enough. All right, that's fine. What do we need? Let's start throwing stuff down anyway that I'm sure I need. Okay, well, I need a ton of reinforced plates. Fine. These things will need to be connected to power. I'm going to do that now. Do as much as we can while we're here. So that's one thing y'all definitely... I think y'all are glad you didn't have to watch because I hated doing it. I had to make so many... I kept running out of resources and having to run back down to the stairs, go pick up some, iron plates, and then run back up to... Oh, it was just painful. It was painful. I kind of wanted to show y'all the water extractor. So these machines consume 45 water a minute. So if you multiply that times 8, it's 360. The water generators generate 120 water. So obviously multiply that times 3, you get 360, which is why 3 to 8 is a really good ratio for the water. The problem, the sort of where you have to start being a little nitpicky is that you have to pay attention, is similar to the conveyors. Pipelines have a fluid limit. They have a limit of 300. So we can't just throw all our water into one pipe because we'll be 60 short. And also at the same time, pipelines are a completely different beast because they require head lift. I'm actually thinking about popping these up just a tad. So we'll just do this. Obviously this is sloppy, but I'm not that stressed out about it because, again, this is not going to be the final version of this. I just would want to get out from under the oppressive structure of biofuel in my base. And the sooner this gets done, the sooner I don't have to look at biofuel anymore. Let's grab a pipe, and these pipes are going to go like this. They're going to connect like this. Perfect. So even though we don't care, we're not going to clip. Stop. Scoot under there. Fantastic. Now, again, we can't just merge up all our lines from our extractors into one pipe, because we will definitely lose. We're not going to have an efficient flow. And I wanted to explain this to y'all too, that pipes are similar. They work in exactly the same way as conveyors, except for one way. Because they have fluids, they have this thing called head lift, which means that if we put water in here, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to flow up there unless it has a pump, right? You have to pump the water to a high enough level. Now, water extractors themselves provide 10 meters of head lift. So it might be enough, but it might not be enough. And they have pumps for the pipes so that you can bring your water up. That's if you're taking your water and trying to get it, vertical. So we're gonna go grab, I think I have some reinforced plates at the base still. I have enough rotors, copper sheets. I really should be fine. My power situation should be good. I feel like we're in a great situation here. Man, I'm gonna need to, yeah, oh, I didn't even show you. We've been so focused on the coal. There's some very nice transportation options that I'm definitely taking advantage of at the starter base when I can. And it will save me from having to do this run. I did this run so much. Guys, if you, oh no, I don't have him here. I have to go back up. That's fine. I did this run so many times, guys. Run up this ramp. I was playing with my zip line a lot. You can just like do this number. Oh, this is how I entertained myself while I was working on. Yeah, and I think some of you might not understand the process too of what this is, but I don't have a piece of paper showing where I'm gonna put every building. I do have an idea of what I want to make. I have a spreadsheet that tells, that basically is just me making sure my math adds up. And which I would be happy to show you if you wanted to see it. But I don't have any sort of layout. Obviously you can tell, this looks so sloppy. I don't have a map and where everything goes. I just sort of have what production I'm trying to meet, production requirements I'm trying to meet. Wow, I felt like I would make more reinforced plates. I guess that's because they're going to smart plates. Those smart plates make really good candy for the awesome sink later. So let's get back. Yeah, there was just a lot of stuff. That's why you see this mess of concrete. I'm trying to figure out where I want stuff to sit, because again, we are going to do another expansion. I think that and you'll learn this. Actually, I can almost show you now. There's going to be new tech levels, and you get basically better belts. And the next belt up from this goes to 270 items a minute. And that's a huge number. It's huge because it's more than doubling the production rate on machines. And you can get that kind of stuff out. You also get a Mark II miner, which pulls more resources out of the ground fast. So you end up restructuring this stuff a lot, which is why I have this spaghetti concrete stuff going on. Because I know that I'm going to be tearing it down relatively soon. But for the starter base, I don't want to, because there's a lot of upgrades. I don't want to sit there having to try to upgrade the starter base every single time. I'm going to get the starter base to, I think, tier 4, and then it's going to stay the same way. It's not going to change at all. 1, 2. Oh, wait, I need one more. let's put a pipe down. Oh yeah, I want to show you the interface here. Okay. These things consume a whole heck of a lot of power too, but luckily we'll be making a lot. So in this situation, we're gonna have to have an initial power start in the form of our biomass burners to get this going, and then once the water and the coal hit, it's gonna be totally fine. And it tells you flow rate. This is stuff you end up staring at these UIs so much as you try to figure out what works. So we're gonna put this one, so this is gonna be 120 coming into this pipe, and it basically gets split up here. I'm gonna do this pipe is gonna go towards the middle, like here. It's gonna look like very, very bad. Don't tell me I'm running out of something. Okay. Okay, it's just the pipe's too long. So this pipe might need a pump. I'll show you how we diagnose that in a sec. Let's get this miner up. Come on. Okay. We can hook you up. Oh, that's right, I forgot the slugs. No power? Oh, okay, I guess we're not connected like I thought we were. Oh, that's right, I still have to do this connection. We'll drop this here. I'm gonna put this here. And you're gonna connect to all of these. So those water flows gonna work. I'm gonna get my miner working. So we're gonna ignore a lot of this right off the bat. I need to get some slugs. So I've been talking about how important slugs are, and that's for one very important reason. They can be converted, and I learned these recipes and I've just never showed y'all. I've learned the recipe, you can convert, I'll say convert, slugs into power shards. Power shards can be used, so I showed you underclocking. Power shards can be used to overclock production. But there's some little caveats there I want to share with you. I have these, I'm gonna craft them. See, power shards. Bye-bye slugs. You were great. But we need these power shards. Power shards will overclock your production. Essentially, you can go up to 250% production rate. So let's say your constructor can make 20 plates, right? You can get it if you put 3 power shards into your constructor for that. It will produce 75, I believe, iron plates. It'll also consume 250 more, right? At the same time though, and this is sort of they don't really tell you this, it consumes exponentially more power to do this though. So here we see 5 megawatts, 60 coal a minute, 60 a minute obviously. So we're gonna put 3 power shards in here, and we'll bump this up to 2. Actually, we don't even need that. We need this at 120 because our belt can only handle 120. So I actually only have to do this to 200. So now we're gonna produce 120 parts a minute. The speed is 200. We'll be doing 120 coal, but you see we were at 5, now we're at 15. And it's an exponential growth. So it's, from a power structure standpoint, it's difficult. It's very difficult. All right, let's look. We're gonna do a little bit of diagnosing here. All right, how is this looking? This is working. This is not working. Do we have water in this pipe? Yes, it is full of water. Full. All right, no head lift problems here. You'll see that the pipe is full. And if there's a head lift problem, you're gonna see a little line here, like it's not making it all the way up the pipe. Oh, this one's close, but maybe it's just filling up there. See, we're gonna run into head lift problems here. So I'm gonna show you the pumps. So this will be a better explanation. So the head lift is I call head lift. I'm saying head lift is how far up your water is pushed. And the machine there, the water extractor, will generate 10 meters. So here, you'll see this information here. This is saying that halfway up the pipe, the water stops. So about right there, the water is stopped, because that's the max head lift that we're at. So I have to put a pump here. Let's add a pump. Please tell me I can make one. I can. So we'll make a pump there. You have to power these pumps, which is the biggest downside of them. So watch, now we're gonna have the head lift room to get this water in here. Boom. And it should make it up here totally fine. And these coal generators should be working now. Yes, it's getting water, it's getting coal. Oh, we are making power. Look at what I have created. All right, let's check this out. I'm worried that we need to do I'm gonna just do one anyway. We're gonna do a pump here. Let's do it there. Again, this is super sloppy. This is not gonna look this sloppy when I get the final situation going. There we go. You can tell how much water is going through the system by how wide these open. So I feel like this should be getting fuller, more full. I want to see this line top off. So this is sort of the byproduct of this manifold system, right? This first coal generator has 100 coal, right? If we go all the way down here, and this has been running a bit, there is 0 coal here. And it's just because this manifold hasn't properly saturated yet. Because you'll see this first coal generator is backed up. So now 100%, mostly 100%, is coming this way and getting split. And you'll see this one now is at full capacity. It's fully saturated. And now it's gonna work to saturate this one. And when this one's fully saturated, this one gets fully saturated. And there's enough here, because I wonder if it says it. Let's see if it tells you how much it's consuming. Yes, it consumes 15 a minute. Okay, so let's do some math. 8 times 15 is 120, which is exactly what we have on our belt coming in. Fantastic. So it just takes a bit for the full system to saturate up, but it'll work 100% once it is. And we are just gold. I think we are no longer all this. We no longer. Oh, I want to tell you another thing. So you'll see we are now differing here. This line, we're no longer consuming. Something that's unique to the biomass burners is that biomass burners, and this used to be the way all the production on the power used to be. Biomass burners only consume resources to the point that you need them. So if I have all those biomass burners, but I'm only fueling one constructor, it's only going to burn enough fuel that one constructor needs. But these are different. These coal generators are burning fuel at 100% all the time, no matter what. They will be consuming it. I don't care if there's just one constructor on this network. It will burn that fuel 100% of the time. And so we now have this sort of split off from what is being consumed versus being what's produced, because it's going to produce a set amount, and our goal is to keep the consumption to under that amount. I think that's it, guys. I think that's going to be it for the episode. We have done what we set out to do. I'm so pumped up. This is where the game really opens up, in my opinion, because I want to show you these next milestones and sort of get you salivating at what we're about to be accomplishing in the next few episodes. We're not keeping the space elevator here, by the way. It's here for now, but it's not staying here. So we've done coal power. There's three other nodes, by the way, over there. 3 other nodes that I can set up. I just haven't yet. So this is a big one. We get tractors. It's less important now. It will be more important later. But this is what we are after next. Once I get these steel beams, I believe I'll get, because I believe they changed the recipe for glass foundations to steel beams. So the final form of our factory includes steel production. So we're gonna get we're getting some really cool stuff here. So what was this again? A foundry, so we can produce steel parts. This is another space elevator part. This is advanced steel. These are high level, these are high level parts here. And a Mark II miner. Hello, every miner's production doubled, basically, is what this is. And so, I mean, that's a big yes, please. Improved melee combat. No more spitters taking a dump on me in front of my lizard doggos, is what this says to me. Hypertubes. This is our transportation around the base. This is what we're going to be using. And this is what makes the upgrades crazy. Mark III power belts, or conveyor belts. It's got 270 resources a minute. So we are going to be knocking out a bunch of these. In the next episode, I'm going to try to I'm going to get this, I think, this milestone. And I'm going to get some temp steel production going, so I can have a stockpile of this basic stuff. I know there's one other coal node nearby that I'm going to try to snag. It's in a bit of a hazardous area, but I really want to get some basic steel started. And I think that's what we'll be doing next episode. And that's it. All right, that's all for this episode, folks. We now have a completely automated power grid. Yay! We are now free from the insatiable demand of B-mass burners. Next episode, we're going to look at those other milestones. Hopefully, we're going to get some temporary steel setup. We'll see. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm excited for it, and I'm excited that you're here with me. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. It really helps the channel out. It helps me out, and I like to hear your feedback. So, well, that's it. Yeah, well, yeah, it's over. Bye.